welcome to Beyond the Boardroom, the National Black NBA DFW Chapter's first podcast. Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
So again, this is not only the first podcast, but this is the first time we've done a podcast.
Yes.
And so we were really excited to bring this offering to you guys. And we actually want to thank On Air Media for having us. This was a gift to us from North Texas Giving Day last year, something that we truly support. So thank you, members, for following us, energizing us, donating to us. And again, this is a great reward that we received. And so we're going to make sure we leverage this reward effectively for you.
Thank you.
All right. So we thought a lot about this. And so this episode will really just give you some context into how we got here. Beyond the Boardroom was a name that we came up with to really sort of emulate and capture the types of conversations that we'll have. These are not going to be those structured conversations that, frankly, we do deliver to you as well, especially when we have corporate partners who are in the room. But we also hear from our members that there's some unwritten rules that we sometimes just don't get to, right? And so we really want to ensure that we spend some time during our podcast talking about the unwritten rules, talking about the things behind the scenes, talking about those soft skills, frankly, that we know our members need to be aware of at a minimum or optimize in order to be successful, not only get into corporate America or your business ventures, but to stay there and thrive. Mm-hmm. All right. So with that, I want to pause. Obviously, I am Cherice Williams. I am the chapter president. And I want to introduce my panelists here. We have Demetrius, you can introduce yourself. Okay, we're informal here. Okay.
So I am Demetrius Washington. I am the VP of Admin.
Come on, Ebony. Look on.
I'm sorry. I wasn't ready. I am ready now. Okay, I am ready. My name is Ebone Williams, and I'm the VP of Operations who oversees strategic partners, programs, and membership.
Awesome. And we are your 2020-2021 board. We're missing a few people, obviously, and you obviously hear from them throughout our podcast journey here. But again, to reemphasize, this is a podcast that is created for you, our members, our listeners. The questions and the topics that we talk about are going to be submitted by you. Okay. We listen to the feedback we get. We get a lot of emails, frankly, from our membership. We do surveys to capture certain questions. And oftentimes we can't do events for every topic. So we want to ensure that this is impactful for you. So your call to action, continue to reach out to us, continue to come to meetings and let us know things you want to talk about. And hey, we got a lot of podcasts to go and we will get those topics answered for you.
Yeah.
All right. So again, more informal conversation here, but I want to actually talk a little bit about our organization as well. Many people that follow us, you're aware of us. We've been around for 31 years in May. So a great legacy and history, and we're growing, right? A membership of close to 1,100 members, great strategic partners under our belt that can help get our members connected to their career opportunities. But let's talk a little bit about your journey within the National Black NBA Association in particular. I personally have been a part of the organization for roughly 14 years now. And it's been quite a journey across multiple states. But I'm curious with you all, when did you choose to get involved with the National Black NBA?
For me, it was right after I graduated with my MBA. I don't know how the National Black MBA Association found me. I'm pretty sure they stalked me in some kind of way. But I received an email and it was well received, and here I am. But I've been a part of the organization for about 5 years, I think. I think it's been about 5 years, which has been amazing. Pretty good.
You're a newbie.
I am.
So I joined about 12 years ago. Not as
So I'm the old
long
head.
as Cherice.
Okay, I'm the old head.
But I joined in grad school. I had never heard of National Black MBA at the time, but it sounded like a cool club to get into while I was in school, so I joined.
Awesome. And so you joined, but can you go a little bit deeper into the why, right? Like, why this? Because there is a membership fee. Hopefully you guys are current here. But there is a fee, right? So why invest year over year into an organization? Like, tell me more. And then I also want to double click into, how did you get on the board?
Wow. That's a loaded question. So for me, the reason why I joined was really because I wanted to elevate myself. I wanted to meet some other like-minded individuals. I felt like after I graduated with my MBA, it was time for me to get to that next level of, for me specifically, entrepreneurship. So I was looking for networking and developing relationships with people. The other question, what was the other question?
How did you arrive on the board, right? Because you've been a part of our board.
Yeah, so when I first joined, I always tell everyone I wasn't really engaged, and I served on a committee. I wasn't doing that much, and I fell off. So for me coming back, it was really being intentional about serving on the committee, putting myself out there, meeting people, and then I guess I did a decent job, and here I am. So somewhat a decent job. Just a little.
Demetrius, what about you?
So for me, the why, I guess the why was I really wanted to connect with like-minded individuals. I was kind of scared going into my MBA program. I didn't know a lot of other Black professionals who were really in business. And so when I got in and I went to my very first national conference, I was completely sold. I was inspired, I felt empowered, I felt seen. And so I just wanted to continue that for myself, but also make sure that I could be part of giving that experience to other people after me. So I became part of a board in another chapter. And it was work. And when I first came to Dallas, I didn't want to do that work anymore.
I used to see you in the back of the room.
Yeah, he tried to just lay low.
This guy is everywhere.
He tried to lay low. He tried.
Yeah.
I needed a break.
Okay, understood.
But I did want to come back and serve this chapter. It's done some great things, and I just wanted to be a part and, again, help future generations.
Yeah, and I'm glad you guys shared your journey because they're quite distinct. And you can shout out Milwaukee. That's the chapter you came from.
Middletown.
Yeah. For me, again, the Miami, South Florida chapter, to being in Cincinnati, to Detroit, to Minneapolis, I moved around quite a bit in my career and have always kind of stayed in touch with the organization. But when I moved to Dallas, my husband and I were new. We didn't know a lot of people. And what we both knew is that, hey, we both have been a part of this organization. Let's show up to a meeting. It was January 2015 to be exact. And it was a kickoff. And I was just there to just hang out and meet new people. And then someone approached me and was like, well, actually, I think I approached someone and said, hey, I noticed you're looking for some skill sets in marketing. And I said, I'm a career marketer. I can help out. And they were like, you want to be marketing chair? It's good. Ooh.
And just like that.
Okay, just like that. Here we are.
That's how it works.
Voluntold, that is the name of the game. But the reason why I want to talk about that, because, for those that are listening, understand that we are volunteers. We commit a significant part of our lives dedicated to helping those in our community. And I would say for me, and I'll ask you all, it has paid dividends in my growth professionally. Going from, frankly, starting as a marketing chair, independent contributor, to now leading an organization, going on my second term, managing, I say this all the time, managing 16 people that I can't pay. Whew, that is hard, but it taught me a lot of skills in influencing and empowering, inspiring others that has certainly correlated for me in my career. And I frankly didn't plan on it, right? I was just, hey, I got some marketing skills. How can I help you create emails, right? So with you all, you could be super honest, do you think you've gotten a return on investment as far as volunteering your time?
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll say absolutely, or I wouldn't keep doing it if I didn't. For me, you said a key word, influencing. So I managed a couple of teams. I've grown in my career, and just getting the skills and being able to practice leadership in this organization has definitely helped me. I take that back to work. My leaders at work are aware of what I'm doing here. We talk about it all the time, and it pays greatly. They're proud of what I'm doing, and I definitely see my career growing. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, for me, it's very similar. I'm a very given person, so if I could get paid to do this, I would. I mean, I would totally be.
I ain't got it. I don't have it.
I'm just saying, I would totally be Oprah and be like, you get a car, you get a car. I mean, that's just my heart. So, to see people develop and flourish into what they want to do within their careers and professionally, it's really fulfilling to me, even though we're not being paid. So for me, it's passion. So I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay, good,
Well,
good. We need a new
good to know.
president.
I
I
in
said
a
that on
couple
camera, didn't I,
years.
right?
Got you.
My turn is up. No, and again, how that translates to those that are watching, I just really encourage you all, while we're all charging forward in our careers or entrepreneurship, make sure you take the time to, practice soft skills. I tell them all the time, y'all my guinea pigs. I've been trying out a lot of stuff with them. And, okay, are they pissed off at me right now? Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to use that at work, but
Right.
because it's so important to have that safe space,
Yes.
right? And that's what's key, having a safe space to try some things and fail fast. And that way, when you can take that into your career, you got it. You got it under your belt.
Exactly.
And again, it's also great to have a company that appreciates the work or partners in your life that appreciate your dedication to it. It goes a long way. And so again, I encourage you all to find something, whether it's our organization or another organization, ensuring that you find something to dedicate yourself that's maybe bigger than you. And you're going to capture so many learnings out of that. Okay. And then join our chapter too, by the way, if you're not.
Come on.
All right, here. Okay, so again, I want to make sure we capture questions that our members submit, or that we hear. And so when I started my term in 2018, I had 3 keywords, right, that hopefully you guys know by heart by now. Okay. But it was like a theme for each year. And the first year was
Energize.
Engage.
energize. Come on.
Then
Ebone.
engage.
Come on.
I'm fired now. Y'all see, I tried to stay.
Right.
Okay. Clearly that didn't stick. So it was energize, engage, and elevate. This is our
It's my
elevate
wallpaper.
here.
I remember that.
Yes, alliteration is key as a marketer, FYI. Hopefully for people to remember.
Yeah.
Which we'll work on that. But and so we sometimes communicate that to our members. Energize, that is our rallying cry, especially for our board and what we really want to focus on. And so in 2018, again, many of us joined the board together. 2018 was about really energizing our membership. We were a pretty healthy size, but we weren't growing as rapidly as I felt like we could in DFW, right, which is a growing market. Yeah. And so we really wanted to ensure that we just had some energy, a little bit of, to how
Changing it up a little bit.
we presented ourselves on social media to our events. And I think we did a really great job. Why? Because we doubled our membership in 2 years.
Yay.
From there, we also wanted to ensure that we engaged with our corporate partners, right? The community. There's a lot of corporations that are moving here. Our members want jobs. We have to make sure we have that ROI for them. And so we spent some time massaging relationships with partners. And again, we went from maybe a couple strategic partners in 2018 to now we're about 10?
About 10.
10? All right.
Yep.
So that means great opportunities for our members. And so again, being very strategic. So it brings us to this year, which is Elevate, right? And that's kind of bringing them all together. What does Elevate mean to you? Now, it doesn't have to be specific to our organization, but in your career.
For me, it's just taking it to the next level. Whether that's professionally, personally, within your career, it's really just taking where you are now and thinking about where you want to be and what it's going to take for you to get from here to there and just making that happen. So it's all about going to the next level for me.
So for me, I'll say definitely taking it to the next level. But I think building on the foundation, you shared that we have been around for almost 31 years. We've had some great leaders. We've continued to grow, and just being innovative and figuring out how we get to that next level.
Yeah, and speaking of innovative, I mean, this is why we jumped at the opportunity to do this podcast, because we felt, frankly, a lot of you all cannot get to our events on time. It's
The
traffic, right?
Metroplex is huge.
Yeah, the
It is big.
Metroplex is huge. We have Dallas, we have Fort Worth, we have Plano, we have in between. And so we really wanted to find a way to connect with you all, even from the comforts of your home or your car. And so, again, this is why we're dedicated to doing this and providing actionable insights for you all for your career. So, yes, innovation is key in
Yes.
order to elevate. What got you there will not get you, what got you here won't get you there, right? I
Right.
think it's the expression that people use. All right, let's take a little break here. We got a little music break, not actual music, although if you're...
I was gonna dance.
Demetrius ready to do a two
Oh,
step.
you ready? Okay, this is the mayor, by the way.
Right,
We're talking to
right.
the mayor. He's always on the scene, apparently. Okay, so as we think about your careers now, and again, we're like 2 months in-ish, right? Now we got a chance, because sometimes January is a little funky, right? So
Right.
I feel like February is truly the start.
Right.
Like, rewind. What's the song that comes to mind that kind of gets you, I guess, as you approach 2020? And this could be super broad. I don't know what you have going on individually, personally, professionally, but you got a song that comes to mind that you...
I do have one. I am not going to announce what age I will turn this year, but there was a goal that I thought I would attain, and it's not happening. So regardless of that and me not being on the true journey that I thought I would be, I love Guapale's Closer to My Dreams. I feel like every year in everything I do, whether or not I'm going to retire by 45, which might not happen, it's still a stepping stone in getting to where I want to go. So Closer to My Dreams, I love that song by Guapale.
All right.
Well, that's a good question.
Hey, this could be PG,
I like
R-rated.
a lot of songs.
Okay.
I love music. I will say this year, I'm just excited about the year. And so for me, I think All the Way Up, Fat Joe, Remy Ma, I am trying to go all the way
All
up
the way
in
up.
every aspect. So in my career, in things I'm involved with
Yeah.
in the community, my personal life, just really pushing it to the next level, elevating.
All right, all the way
I
up.
like that song.
We should get credit for highlighting new songs, by the way.
Agreed.
We'll work that into
Right.
our strategic partnerships.
Yes.
I love song. I love music. If you know me, you probably are expecting me to say a Mariah Carey song, because that is my favorite person, but I won't. In fact, I actually love a good beat and an instrumental. And what comes in my head is Thug Motivation. Not some of the lyrics are cool too, but it's like when a beat drop, it's like, hey, okay, and that, right? See,
Yeah.
feel me.
All the time. I'm ready. I'm ready.
So I love this because, again, I think sometimes, whatever journeys you're going through in your career, sometimes music can be uplifting and empowering. And so I always want to make that an aspect of our podcast. And so I'd say for those that are watching, I would love for you to drop in the comments what song empowers you, motivates you for the year. We would love to just capture all of that and maybe post it in our next meeting. Okay?
Yeah.
That's your action item. All right, just a couple more questions and then we'll break. What are you most excited about for the upcoming year? Because we talked about elevating, we talked about, some of your different functions that you manage within our organization. So this is organization specific, but what's most exciting for you? And we absolutely get this question quite a bit from our members on what's going on, and why should I get involved?
I love the programming that we have lined up this year. We actually are tapping into entrepreneurship again this year, personal development, mental health, and performance reviews. We're bringing on some new strategic partners. So I'm really excited that I feel like we're doing a really 360 approach to every member that joins our organization this year. So stay tuned. We have some good stuff coming up.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Right. I am most really excited about this platform, being able to have this podcast and connect with our members. Like you said, a lot of members can't always make it to events. We have members who travel, and we want to stay connected and just really be a resource to all of our memberships, this platform.
Awesome. I agree. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about, having a new board in place, and with that comes fresh thinking and perspectives that we always want to ensure that we encompass, because, it's kind of like for us by us, we are members, we are the target consumer, frankly. We all have challenges and obstacles in our careers, and so when we put on programming, we're thinking about ourselves and you. And frankly, I sit in every session we have, and I'm taking notes myself because I'm often taking away some great insights. Alrighty, so last question, therefore, would be common question I get in my inbox: how do I get involved? Go.
There are so many ways you can get involved. I would suggest definitely checking out our website, which will be shown a little later in the podcast. But come to a meeting, network with us, whether it's a social event or a paid program. Just come, engage with us, ask us how you can get involved. There's plenty, and let me stress plenty, of opportunities for you to get involved. So really, it's just coming, showing up, and really being engaged.
She covered it.
Hey!
I guess the only thing I could add on there is to figure out your level of involvement. What capacity do you have to get involved? Like Ebony said, there's a lot of different ways that you can get involved. We can fit you in wherever you have time. So figure that out. Come hang out with us, get to know us, and we will get you slotted in the best way for you.
Yeah. And I would just add, one thing I tell people: this organization is what you make it. You have ownership, you have control of your career, you have control of your free time. And so in any aspect that you want to get involved, whether we need speakers. We have a lot of great topics coming up. We would love to highlight our membership who are experts in certain fields versus flying someone else in, which we do sometimes.
1,100 of y'all out there.
Yeah, we bring in great speakers, but we would love to highlight those here locally too.
Right,
and give you some opportunities to win in your career. So, from, being speakers to volunteering to, frankly, donating to our organization. We didn't really highlight too much, but we do have a high school mentoring program with roughly 50 to 60 kids. How many this year exactly?
55.
55 kids. High school kids who are looking to get, similar types of curriculum that, frankly, we teach ourselves, right? Financial literacy, career exploration, leadership. Yep. And so we dedicate, one week per month for about 8 months, dedicated to them, and we spend a lot of money on that. And so there's ways that you can get involved, from donating, community service. We didn't talk about that too much, but we do a lot in the community with North Texas Food Bank coming up, a lot of philanthropy efforts. So ultimately, it is what you make it. I imagine anything that you want to get out of life, we can offer to you in some way, shape, or form. Yes. So again, that I want to wrap up the podcast with that. Really, this is our intro episode. We have a really great episode coming up next with a guest speaker, Tony Howard Lowe, as she talks through pay and negotiations, which is really a hot topic right now. So yes, cut the check. So we do hope you guys continue to watch us and continue to submit questions, because your questions, again, are going to curate how this podcast goes. Yep. All right. Any lasting words?
No, we look forward to engaging with you all. Thanks for tuning in, and you got a lot of good stuff to look forward to this year.
Absolutely. Thank you. Look forward to all that we're going to be able to offer. Look forward to you guys contributing, asking questions, and us being able to really be a resource for you.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Again, make sure you drop those songs in the comments, please. We would love to see what motivates you for 2020. All right, and have a great one. Bye.
Bye.